Cool art back there. I'm so sorry. It's just, I like that. I like what you got cooking.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So this movie was intense. This was crazy. And I was not prepared to be sucker punched by a movie. It's been, I think, the last one that really got me the same way that this film did was Children of Men. And I think that that film was, I was a new parent. I had just had a kid a few months before, and that connection between a parent and their child facing crazy adversity just really struck a chord. I felt that same thing here. So I was just wondering, where did this idea come from? How did this come about?
The movie is a very, thank you for that. That really, now you've got me. The movie is a very loose adaptation of my own adoption story. It's a very personal but fantastical retelling of being born in the aftermath of the Romanian Revolution. And so for me, walking into this of robot apocalypse and genre tropes, all of that stuff, at the core of it, there was this really personal thing I wanted to say and convey as kind of a love letter to my biological parents. So that was always the thing, and I'm glad that some of that emotion got through to you.
The film does play with the genre conventions. It does have all of the elements that you would expect from Terminator to Planet of the Apes to every post-apocalyptic story that's been out there, but it doesn't hit the same beat. So there's multiple points in the film where I thought, okay, this is where it's all going to come to a head, and this is the end, and then there's more. So that final 30 minutes of the film, you think you know where it's going, and then it completely flips it on you. Was that always the intention to wrap the film that way?
Certainly the ending was always the ending. As far as the audience's expectations, on some level, yes, but it was less of reverse engineering of what I thought people would expect and more just kind of asking, what is the story I'm telling here in this genre? And so that genre asks certain things of an audience. And okay, if we're doing robots, we need the robots in there. We need to have that adversity. We need to have kind of cool action scenes. But again, I had that North Star of the personal story for me. And so at a certain point, it really did feel like, man, we're off the map in terms of what would happen in somebody else's movie, because it is this blend of heavy genre mechanics and then a really personal Bergman story,
Yeah, and with the characters being as young as they are, putting actors who have probably not, obviously you never experienced a robot apocalypse, but putting somebody in the role of those young parents, was that always the idea to make them as young as they were to enhance that journey?
Yeah, I mean, my biological parents were that young. They were 19, and I can remember being 10 and thinking about them and going, oh, 19, pretty old. I'm 31 now, and I look at 19 and go, oh, what? And then on top of that, for them, it's the Romanian Revolution. The world was just falling apart around them. And so it just kind of felt like, I think that having pregnancy scares when you're a young person, like that's not a particularly unique situation to be in. And then just having two really tremendous actors who understood what movie they were in, understood the story that was behind the story that I was trying to tell. And I had such wonderful partners in Chloë and Algee. But yeah, I mean, they're kids going through the apocalypse.
And the film, you cram a lot into the running time where it doesn't feel, it feels like almost like a TV series amount of journey that we have. Was there anything that you left out or weren't able to get into the finished film that you wish that you had a chance to show on screen?
No.
Good. Well, I loved it. It's a phenomenal film. I hope everybody checks it out. Congratulations. It's a really wonderful film.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you saying all those nice things. And I feel it too. So I appreciate that.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
What's up, squirrel? You sleep all right?
No,
We gotta get going, seriously.
she won't. Stop kicking.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Go! Go, 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 go! In a perfect world, none of this ever would have happened. Androids were a part of our everyday life.
Hot chocolate, sir.
And then one night, everything changed. We've got to get to Boston before I give birth. It's the only safe place.
How long would that take?
2 weeks. If you can find a safe way for us to go, I'll go.
I'm fighting a war against an enemy that literally never sleeps.
Killing machines. They won't stop till we're all dead.
We gotta get through no man's land without being noticed. No checkpoints. No humans. A lot of androids. We'd have to be quiet.
Silent. I'd have to be silent. We can't outrun them.
This is the only shot we've got.
An android rebellion leads to the extinction of human life.
I would kill for you. I would die for you. And I would do the same for our baby.
My son, I'm going to give you the only thing that I have left.